So we're in the cab of the 336. I've got my standard 10-inch monitor, touchscreen monitor, and we're going to walk through some of the basics of the things I just talked about on the outside of the machine. So this over here is your apps button. Very similar to any touch device is I have my apps right here. I have my settings, my grade, eFence, assist, some of the things that I spoke about. And I'm going to show you how to turn some of these on. So for instance, let's talk about eFence. That was one of the first things we talked about. These are the safety features inside the machine. Because we have electronic over hydraulics, we have the capability of stopping the machine from getting into dangerous areas. So the first one we have is 2D eFence sealing. Again, that's going to not allow the operator to get the boom or stick into an overhead object. So I could virtually, I'm going to boom up here, Scott. Okay, so the boom's up in the air. The bucket's about 7 feet off the ground, roughly. And I'm going to turn the e-sealing back on. Tap it, and now it's turned on. So it's reading 27 feet, 27.3 feet from the bottom of the track to the top of the stick. Because we've done all the machine measurements and this machine has been calibrated and ready to go, I know that. So if I boom down, it stops beeping at me. Now, one nice thing for the operator to know if they have that feature set is I have a green line on there. So because that is green, that means it's activated and functional. It is working. E-sealing is working. So I'm going to boom up, and I have 100% boom up command. It is not allowing me. I'm getting a tone, and now I'm going to have a solid tone, and it is not allowing that to go up any farther. Doesn't matter what I do. Boom up. Beeping, giving me the warning, not allowing me to go past that point. Now, if I need to turn that off quickly, it's a very simple feature. I can press and hold that. Screen comes on, I touch it, and it turns off. Now, if I know the exact height from the bottom of my undercarriage to above me, if I'm working inside of a bridge deck or under a bridge deck, and I know that it's 27 feet, I can activate it, arrow over, and I can input that exact sealing height. So I can add those numbers. Okay, and now it's switched to that, and now I'm out of that zone. It's given me an additional 2 foot. So very easy feature to turn on and off. Now it's turned off, it won't get me anymore. E-floor is absolute opposite of that. E-wall is a really nice feature again. If I have an object in front of me that I don't want to reach past, I do not want to hit it, I can go in and just turn on E-wall. This is the measurement from the center of the tractor out to the bucket teeth, or the farthest part of the bucket. So if I stick in, it stops beeping at me, but as soon as I go out towards that object, notice it does not allow me to go past that. I'm giving it full stick. It's not allowing me to go farther than that E-wall, which is going to keep me from hitting an obstruction. And again, if I want to turn it off, I press and hold, it's going to stop beeping at me, and now it's not going to. One of the other ones, the next one is cab avoidance. And if, Scott, I'll be able to get close to hitting the cab here, and I'm not going to, but just to show you how close you can get. So I can hit it if I want to, but I'm not going to. So I'm going to go back into my eFence section. I'm going to turn cab avoidance on. Now it's beeping at me. I'm going to only stick out, not going to change any other linkage. It stopped beeping at me. I'm going to stick in. It's going to start beeping at me. Not allow me to get it closer than I was. So now I'm about that 1.5 feet away. If I want to extend that wall out, I arrow over and turn it on. I have to go into machine settings. Sorry, I gave a movement. I'm going to go to machine settings, and I'm going to extend that feature out. Cab avoidance. This is going to allow me to go 4 feet, not allow me to come within 4 feet of hitting the bucket, or hitting the cab, I'm sorry. Okay, so now as I stick out, I come back in, beeping at me. Now if it's extended it out 4 foot past the cab, not allowing that operator to get into that and to be able to hit the cab. Press and hold, I want to turn it off, and now it's off. We can do E-swing left and right. I physically have to put my bucket where I want to stop, but if I wanted to do E-swing right, I could just tap it. It's looking at the degrees of the car body compared to the undercarriage, and I will not be able to swing right at all. It's active, but I can swing left, but I cannot swing right. Not allowing me to get into that object. And again, if I want to turn it off, I press and hold, tap it, and it's turned off. Now notice, when it's on, I have this ring over here in the excavator. I'm going to swing to the left a little bit, but you'll see a green line on the dashboard there, letting me know that is the point that I set. So if I set one to the left, I would have a green line here, and my swing to the right is right there, letting the operator know where his points are set. And now all those E features are turned off, again, because nothing is highlighted green.